Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and today we are playing some Campus Golems. We are going back to a colorless, what kind of colorless deck here? We have Arcanist Owl in mono white or mono blue, and we have Glass Casket, so we are running white for Faceless Haven here as well, but the main card we're trying to play around is Forsaken Monument. 5 mana colorless creatures you control get +2/+2. Whenever you tap a permanent for colorless, add an additional colorless. When you cast a color spell, you gain 2 life, so it just does all the things. If we have this out there, all of our guys get a lot bigger, and then we have tons of mana. We can get up to things like Ugin, and with Arcanist Owl, we can actually dig through our deck to try to find Forsaken Monuments. We only need one of them because it is legendary, but it is nice. One of the things that Strixhaven gave us is that we had some decent like 1-drops with colorless cards, but not really anything in the 2-drop slot. And as well, Canvas Guide isn't amazing. It is actually one of the best 2-drops that there is. The fact that we can at least have a chance to go dig for a basic land, and if we want to, we can put it on top of our library. So it is a May ability, so don't have to do it if we're not looking for more lands or anything like that. But at the same time, we need to get up to 5 mana for Forsaken Monument. And with Solemn Simulacrum, Palladium Myr, we do have some other ways to ramp, but there are times that you just need to be playing out some lands. You need to hit the extra land to play the cards that are already in your hand. And so Canvas Guide does allow us to keep some other hands that aren't necessarily amazing just by being able to put the basic land that we need on top of the deck, and it lets us go grab the snow-covered plains that we need for Faceless Haven. And so it actually works out pretty decently in this deck, but we're going to see exactly how it works. Mary's Call on the top end as well. It does work because we do get to ramp up quite a bit with Forsaken Monument. Palladium Myr also being pretty sweet, and that is basically it. Clockwork Servant works pretty well here, just having something else in the 3-drop slot to be able to draw us cards when we do have all of our plains. We are running quite a few non-white lands so that Forsaken Monument can add up mana for us to be able to get to Ugin pretty quickly, and that's basically it. We have Glass Casket for removal in the early game, Ugin on the top end for the board clear, and then Gingerbrute, Stonecoil Serpent to be kind of the main attackers, which is kind of funny because they're in the 1-drop slot, and then also Arcanist Owl being a good flyer is also really nice, being 5/5 flyer once Forsaken Monument's out. Good stuff. That's it, guys. Let's go and dive into the gameplay, see how this one does for us, and wish me luck. Here we go. All right, up against Zagarina, and 3 white-colored lands for the Arcanist Owl, which is really nice. Sometimes we may just not be able to get to that on turn 4, but this time looks good. So keep this, and I think that we hold off on the Stonecoil Serpent until turn 3. Maybe. Yeah, let's go ahead and hold off. Pass the turn. Is that blue mana? Now we'll play it out on turn 2. That's fine. I'm hoping that we can find something else to play for this next turn. Solemn guarantees that we can get to Arcanist Owl, which will hopefully dig for the Forsaken Monument. Wolfwillow Haven, okay. Faceless Haven. That is a nice thing to get out there as well. It's not Arcanist Owl, but I think I'm going for Solemn first anyway. So let's just go ahead and play this out. Tack in. We have a hand that is better suited for non-control-y stuff. Also, we drew a lot of the expensive things. That's fine. It's fine. Triome. Wolfwillow Haven. Cool. Pass to my turn. Snow-covered plains turns on Faceless Haven. We could just start going attacking. Could be nice. Let's play Castle Ardenvale. Let's play Solemn. Let's grab another snow-covered plains. Swing in for 2. Down to 16, pass the turn. Getting up to Ugin is pretty nice. You can get rid of the Wolfwillow Havens, things like that. So just ramping in general is not the absolute worst. Battle of Frost and Fire. Yep. Protection from multicolored, nice. Now do we start just attacking with Faceless Haven? And Gingerbrute here? Let's still dig for the Forsaken Monument. I think it is better to try to find. All right, another Arcanist Owl. Gingerbrute. Swing in. So are they playing Giants? Just in green so they can have ramp? Wolfwillow Haven's pretty good ramp for that. I'm really confused. Maybe it's just all enchantments. It could be the Saga card, or the card that you can put out permanents based off whatever's bigger. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It could be something, you know. All right, passes the turn. Palladium. That does get us up to Ugin mana. How much damage do I have right now? Let's go ahead and activate Faceless Haven. Yeah, I think I'd rather just get in for more damage here. Eureka Moment. Okay, get some more lands. Man, they have lots in ramp. They have Crawling Barrens online. Down to 3. Board wipes are annoying. Yeah, I will go ahead and play out Palladium. Pass the turn. Where are we at mana-wise? We're at 6. So still a few turns. But Ugin, if we ever just get to Ugin, we get the 3 damaging kill, right? Homa. Well, at least, does this make 1 color or is it 2 colored creatures? Just blue serpents. Okay. Awkward. Do I have flying protection? So Glass Casket does do it for us. And Forsaken Monument's pretty nice. But we want Faceless Haven. And Glass Casket. And that just forces them to do something with this instead of block, which, I mean, we already had game already because of Arcanist Owl. They would have had to sacrifice it to stop it from flying anyway. So, yeah, we're good. But sweet stuff. All right, up against Lethiel, and let's keep this hand. At least a little bit of white mana. Arcanist Owl, again, is going to be a little bit awkward here every once in a while. And that's okay. Go Gingerbrute. Attack in. Pass the turn. Don't play this on 0. I've decided. We're going to get out white mana as often as we can because it is better for us. Serpent on 2. And Palladium Myr into Forsaken Monument. I approve that message. That sounds amazing. Okay, but use Thirst. Rude. That's all they're going for. I could bolt this in. Let's go for Palladium Myr. And hopefully it survives. Down to 17, pass the turn. If I had bolted that in and had that mana, even if they kill Palladium Myr, I could potentially find another Plains and have Arcanist Owl, just like to have something to play there. And so we could have been dead if they didn't have, yeah, anyway, but we're fine now. So let's just go for Forsaken Monument. And pass the turn. All right. 7 power on board. Emeria's Call can also be pretty sweet. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So just getting out 2 angels on the next turn. Not a bad play. I think that presents lethal, right? As long as they stay alive. Really? Curse you. Oh, it's a smashing success kind of deck. Oh, we're up against those kinds of people. It's the worst. I'm just kidding. They're fine. All right, that's also Emeria's Call mana. I mean, yeah, it's a pretty great thing to do, especially because we get to draw cards with 4/4s. So down to 13. Hopefully no board wipe. Extinction Event doesn't kill us because they'd only have to kill the angels, and so it's fine. Palladium Myr is still a really good ramp spell. I'm actually surprised how seldom it is played, especially because it does dodge Bloodchief's Thirst a little bit. Like, this one has been the hero by far, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's indestructible until our next turn. 3... Yeah, okay, good game. Gingerbrute would have got us down, got them down to 1, so I don't think it was quite worthwhile there, but sweet stuff. All right, up against Youth Key the Great, and decent hand here. Lots of, well, enough white mana to hope for Arcanist Owl. Glass Casket is worth holding on to, potentially. A Gingerbrute. Swing him in. Pass the turn. Savai Triome. Okay. Doesn't give a whole lot of information, actually. Swing in. Down to 18. Pass the turn. More white mana is still nice. Whoa, Strider. All right, Glass Casket for that. Actually, is that better than just playing Palladium Myr? I mean, that does a lot of stuff, and we at least get attack in still, but does that actually matter versus ramping up to Ugin? I think this early in the game, let's go ahead and shut it down. Let's go, I guess, Faceless Haven first. If we have it out there, it helps us want to prioritize snow-covered lands. Which, I mean, we kind of do anyway whenever we do find them. We may not actually have room for Castle Ardenvale because we want to have as many of these snow-covered plains as we can. All right, Ugin is going to be amazing in this matchup. Another Faceless Haven. Actually not bad either. All right, so Palladium Myr, up to 6 mana, 7 mana, getting closer. Let's go ahead and say this one can attack in. Down to 15, pass the turn. Sedgemoor Witch. Yeah, Ugin is what wins us the game here. It does get rid of our Glass Casket, which is kind of awkward, but I think that's an okay trade-off. And there's the land that we need for it. Perfect. Yeah, Campus Guide, see, is not an amazing card by any means, but it actually does the job. That's the kind of the funny part. So take action. Please don't have removal for Palladia. And then we'll go ahead and swing with these guys. No. None of those have haste, right? Okay, we're good. Down to 13 and pass the turn. Try to remember how Sedgemoor Witch works. So the ward side of things, I think, is just any time it targets. It works like hexproof, I believe. No. Gosh, dang it. Ah, that's the one thing that could not happen. See if they have a way to sacrifice it. Yeah, it looks like they have Plumb the Forbidden. Gain all their life back. Awaken the Blood Avatar. That was not expected. Yeah, Campus Guide doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, that's terrifying. I'm pretty sure we're dead now. We at least have Faceless Haven that we can play out. I don't even know what we do with that, though. Pass to my turn. Well, we got this now. Yay. We have Castle Ardenvale to block with. I think we just passed the turn. We need to find something really good in the next couple turns. Forsaken Monument might help us stay alive. I don't know. Village Rites. Yeah, draw more cards. More damage to face. I can at least double block Sedgemoor Witch. Faceless Haven come in and jump. Or, yeah, we'll do that differently, but we'll see. So 3, 6. I believe we're already dead. If they just attack all in. So yeah, it's actually, they should be going more aggressive than this, I believe. We can kill the Blood Avatar, go down to 2, go down to 1 with Bastion of Remembrance. Any sacrifice spell, we're dead. How do we actually have a chance of coming back? Forsaken Monument off the top still isn't enough. So go to blocks. Yeah, we can block all of them onto the Blood Avatar, go to 1, and then an indie sacrifice spell, which they do have. No, that's exile target creature you control. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't attack with Sedgemoor Witch. They gave him lethal. I don't think that we have a way to come back from this though, with that many cards in hand. So let's just go ahead and take it. Good game. All right, on to the next one. All right, up against Miro, and we will keep this. Yeah, Campus Guide lets us get the land for the Palladium Myr, guaranteed. And so we'll go ahead and put out Stonecoil Serpent. You know what? We're going to hold off, because if we are getting up to Palladium Myr, like these guys, and then have a massive Serpent or an Ugin, could be nice. Black mana. Clerics. I'm feeling like it's clerics. All right, now the question is, do I still grab a land here? Yeah, just for the Arcanist Owl, I think it's worth getting up to 4 lands at the very least. Another snow-covered plains. They're like looking at like, why in the world would someone play Campus Guide? Believe me, you man. I wish there was a better 2-drop for that slot. We probably shouldn't have gone for this. It's not actually that amazing. Yeah, we go ahead and trade off here. Even though they can bring it back probably next turn, we don't care. Palladium Myr. That's the turn. Don't you dare have removal. All right, Cleric's Life Spawn. Doesn't have a land, it looks like. That's at least nice. Counter onto Cleric. Okay, no attacks this turn. We could go for just a massive Serpent now. Protection from Multicolored actually stops a lot of their removal, except for Bloodchief's Thirst, probably. Which they could have. Yeah, I mean, Ugin is just always good to go for, right? Putting this on 3, is that good enough? Protection from Multicolored, has a good blocker. Oh, but it could be so big later, guys. And then turn on a Bonders Enclave. I'm going to be a little bit greedy, pass the turn. We haven't taken any damage yet. They did find a 3rd land, though. If they have removal, it could be very bad for us. Okay, tax in, no blocks. Didn't play another Cleric there to make him bigger. All right, Ugin. -3. Yeah, there we go. Sweet. I mean, Ugin is still really good, and it's still in standard, guys. It's nice. All right, I'm against Luengos, and man, these campus guides are a little bit awkward now. I mean, they're just creatures. It's what we need, sure. It's nothing amazing. We probably won't search for lands now, unless we are just hoping to hit the land at Solemn Simulacrum turn. So down to 19, pass the turn. All right, so yeah, now we definitely do not search with these guys. Decline. Attack in. It's just the best 2-drop that the artifacts have right now. There might be some others that I'm forgetting, but you know, oh man, I guess we'll have to lose our campus guide. Ugh, it's the worst. There's another one. Yes. Oi. All right. Well, campus guide again. Decline. Feels like a Turgid deck, doesn't it? Attack in. Because we're trying to find Forsaken Monument, we don't necessarily just trade off these guys with a Disciple. But if it means that we get to attack in on later turns, it actually probably would be worthwhile. Mind Drain. Oy. Oh, that was brutal. Yeah, definitely a Turgid deck. What is this? Discard 2 cards, mills a card, loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. Really interesting. All right, so now we attack in with everything. Kills the campus guide. Yep. That's fine. Down to 15, pass the turn. We can at least attack in with 3 power unless they play a creature now. And we really hope they don't have Turgid into getting rid of the Ugin. Yep. Had an amazing hand. Solemn would have been so nice. Land into Solemn Simulacrum was huge. All right, at least we got our 4th land so we can play other things. Forsaken Monument might be one of our best things we can get here, so I'm just going to attack in with Gingerbrute. Not worry about trading off now. Down to 14, pass the turn. Arcanist Owl would be nice. They got nothing. Palladium Myr. Not bad. Stuck on 3 lands is pretty nice. It's quite swell. Alright, they probably have removal of some sort. Killing a Palladia would be awful. All right, swing in. Yeah, it just goes for the Palladia. That's fine. Makes sense. We're in it for the long game. They're going to be stuck on 3 mana for... Dang it. I spoke. My bad. Faceless Haven would actually be really big in this moment. Wrinkle. We go ahead and kill this because they would just have a sacrifice and we'd kill this anyway. I guess we can start getting in for 2 points of damage and sack the Gingerbrute instead. Yeah, if we're just going to sack this anyway, it saves us 1 point of life. We can at least sack this for life gain. That's nice. All right, down to 12. Have a blocker for Wrinkle. Doesn't dodge all of the removal, though. Yeah, like that one. Yup, we're in trouble. Come on, let us draw a card. You know you want to. That's a Ugin. Pass the turn. I probably should be holding this up to just to sacrifice the gain life in case they have a Turgid, because once Turgid's out there, we can't actually do much anymore. Ah. Yeah, anytime we have a card, it's gonzoed. Down to 10. Yes. Love lands. They're the best. Alrighty. I'm pretty sure we're done for now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's bad. We actually had a pretty sweet hand to begin with. It just got taken away. Down to 7. We have one more turn to find something amazing. That's not quite it. By not quite, I mean like that ain't it. That's bad. They're just gonna kill the Palladium here. Yeah, I'm not even sure if it's worth holding on to. So now we have 7 mana, so we could find an Emeria's Call. That's the best thing that we could find. But now they're sacrificing here. Yeah, so we're done. Is all good. All right, so we went 3 and 2 with the deck, and deck was pretty nice. I don't know what's going on with MTG Assistant. All right, there it is. All right. So yeah, 3 and 2 with the deck. We got Forsaken Monument out in the battlefield one time, and we had it in the hand and almost played it a second time. The one time we got it out, it got destroyed immediately and didn't really get as much value out of it. We got in for 3 points of damage because of it, so that's nice at least. But it wasn't like an amazing play. So what other artifacts can we be playing in the 2-drop slot? And it's even better probably not to even play artifacts. Like maybe it's just better to be playing something else out there. But yeah, in the 2-drop slot, there's really not a whole lot of stuff. Like we have Campus Guide here. Otherwise it's like Prismite, Sorcerer's Broom could be kind of interesting. I mean, maybe. What else can we have? We have a bunch of things that are actually decent in the 3-drop slot. Like Bloodline Avatar is interesting. Sword Pack Beast, also not really good. Yeah, we need like a good 2-drop artifact. And there really isn't one. You can go for another 1-drop with the Inquisitive Puppet, which does scry, it does create a human, but it's doesn't necessarily work if we're only going for Forsaken Monument. It works well with Tempered Steel when you have multiple ways to get to having ways to play stuff out. So you could go for something like that, or just maybe more removal instead. But I feel like Campus Guide actually did help us a little bit in the sake of we are trying to ramp up into these bigger plays. You know, get up to 4 mana for Arcanist, Owls, Solemn Simulacrums, Forsaken Monuments, and Ugins. And then Palladium Myr, of course, ramps up like crazy. But Campus Guide gave us another way that we can be making sure we hit the land to get up to turn 4 to play Solemn, to play Palladium, to play Forsaken Money, like that kind of thing. And so I actually did like it. But at the same time, though, going and grabbing a land sometimes was like the worst possible things that you could do. You know, just there's odds or you still draw land anyway. But why make that guaranteed for sure? You're not going to draw anything else good on that turn. And so that's the only issue with Campus Guide. Clockwork Servant might have been just a better play. We actually never ran into this, but of course it's not in the 2-drop slot. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Is there another card that could just be better in white? Like maybe just play like it might be better to play. What's it called? Prince. Oh man, what's his name? Charming Prince. Prince Charming is what I was thinking. Yeah, Charming Prince could be a really good one to play because you can at least bounce Blink, a Solemn Simulacrum, Arcanist, Owl to be able to get those ETB effects again, which could be pretty nice, and that worked under the 2-drop slot. You could also just play other things that draw cards. There's not a ton of 2-drop creatures that draw cards, but whenever they are there, that's really nice. So I don't know, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.